no, I wanted, that's so irritating. I'm live. I'm alive. I'm alive. Hi. God. I wanted to do my live landscape, but alas, it would not let me because I'm on my phone. Okay. I put you there. Hi, I'm just prepping my machine. I was just saying how I wanted to film my live horizontal or landscape, and I'm on my phone, and it didn't want the live to. It wouldn't let me do it. So now we're vertical. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I can see any comments. If you are leaving comments, thank you. Okay. Hi. All right. I started quilting this and it needs to be finished. And I found this ruler in my stash, so we're gonna try it. I think I started. I did. Okay. I've never used this before, so I'm excited. And I'm quilting in a completely different color than I did before, and that's okay. Oh wait, hold on. Rookie move. How is it that my foot doesn't fit in that hole? That's a janky design. It didn't fit in the hole. Fits in that hole. That's what she said. It doesn't fit in the hole. I'm gonna have to talk to Gina Perkins and be like, listen, if you're gonna create a ruler for a ruler foot, the ruler foot should fit in the hole. Wedge it out. How are you guys doing today? Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Okay, so that wasn't my favorite ruler. I thought I would try this one because it was fun, but my foot did not fit through here, so I had to lift up my foot. Let's try a different ruler. You know what? We're gonna go my favorite. We're gonna go my favorite. Absolute favorite. All right. If you're wondering why I'm being so haphazard, it's because this quilt I started quilting for my online course, and I just showed someone's at my door. I just showed how to machine quilt with rulers on a low shank machine, and it's possible. Not my favorite, so I took it to my high shank so I can finish out the quilting because I want to finish my quilts. If you guys know about quilting with rulers, welcome. If you want to learn about quilting with rulers, I have a course for that. I am just going to quilt this. This guy is on a good day on Amazon, $9.99. If especially on Prime Day, if you nag it on Prime Day, it's usually $10 or less. Normally it's priced at $12.99 or $14.99, but I use it all the time and it's my absolute favorite. And the foot fits in the hole. How you guys doing? I can't really see the comments on my phone. All messages. Let's see if that works. Let me know who's watching, where you're watching from. Let me know how familiar you are with machine quilting with rulers. And I'd love to see how I can help you. You know when I know it's time to clean my machine? It's when I start getting like big skipped threads. It's okay. I just want to finish this and then donate it. This is definitely a donation quilt. With my low shank machine, it has a very like small throat, so I couldn't even get this ruler into the throat of the machine. And with this, we'll be done with this one, then we'll move on to the next. I love to get things done. I love to get things done. I love to get things done. I love it so much. Ha! This quilts so fast. Do you guys need this? All right. Let me adjust this. How you guys doing today? I do apologize for the angle. I wanted my live to be horizontal or like landscape, and then because I'm on my phone, it wouldn't let me. It was very irritating. I was like, well, I guess we're going to do it in portrait or vertical. Hi, thank you so much. I am a quilt designer. I do design quilts, quilt patterns. You can find most of my patterns either on my Etsy store or on my Shopify store. They tend to have different things because of print on demand items that I have on there. My Etsy would be etsy.com/shop/the Melanie Grace, and then my Shopify is somelanie.com. All right, you guys all left, and that's okay. That's okay. I'll just put that there. Anybody wants to come and say hi? Okay. I think quilting with the orange was a far better choice than quilting with the white. But when you have a case of just get it done, it doesn't matter what color it is because guess what? You're right, it's done. Excuse me, how are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing good. I love that it's Friday. I think I'm gonna start doing lives every Friday. Would you guys join me every Friday? Have like a little Friday date. Plus I want to be on a mission to get everything done. Isn't this cute? It's just full of like safari creatures. I made this quilt top, gosh, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. And then I was filming for my course and I went into like all my uncompleted projects and I was like, I'm gonna turn that into a quilt so I could actually sample it. And someone's at my door again. Um, and so what I did with it is I basically quilted it on my brother. Not my, I do have a brother, but my brother's sewing machine, and it's a low shank machine. It's so low, and the neck is like I can barely fit my fist like in the notch. So, I ended up abandoning ship, and in my course, you find out that you can do it. It is possible. You just have to go really slow, and we decided to finish it today. So I'm glad. I'm glad I got it done. Um, what do you guys want to see me do next? We can do some piecing. Let me show you what I was working on last night. I am working on a quilt from the 3 Yard Quilts. And when I was in Kona, Hawaii 2 years ago. Yeah. Oh, there's a bird outside. 2 years ago. And I went to Quilt Passions. It's a quilt store in like downtown Kona. And they had created or like somehow got their own custom fabric. And then they said, buy the pattern, buy the fabric, and then you can have a quilt to remind you of the quilt store. So let me take you guys over there. Let's come on over. Oi, oi, oi. Take you off the stand. I apologize. There we go. There we go. So this is going to be the main square, and then I have all the pieces set up. There we go. It's going to be pretty. So we could go ahead and do some piecing today. Okay, it's okay, okay. I'm just going to set you guys there. Is that good? Okay. You know, sometimes I do TikTok lives, and those are so much more fun because because you can have music playing and it's fine. But if I do any music on YouTube, it's like you cannot monetize this. And let's face it, ladies and gents, I want to monetize. I need to make some money so I can quit my day job. So I can't play music to make this entertaining because of copyright laws. But TikTok lives always just put music on as loud as you want. I'm not monetized there though, so that's probably why I can do that. Thanks for the hearts. Okay, I am gonna get this out of the way. Maybe we can make this like a little backdrop. There's all these birds flying around because it's springtime. There we go. That's nice. Okay. Let's sew a little bit, shall we? We are going to sew these. Isn't that it's a starfish? And then we're going to sew these on opposite sides, as per the pattern says for Unit A and Block 1. And now I need to switch out my feet because I have a free motion sewing foot for rulers on it. Ooh. You know, it'd be fun now that we're talking about like music and monetization. What I could do is I could put on my own music and then like double dip. Because if you don't know this, if you're just watching, I am a singer-songwriter as well. And I have songs on my YouTube. It's like a linked account with my CD Baby account. So I could play my own music, but my favorite music are my my Christmas songs. And let's face it, it's not really time to listen to Christmas songs. Hi. Alrighty, we are about to sew some blocks that I basically pieced last night onto here. It's so fun. Oh, this fabric is so soft. Oh. Okay. And we're off. Okay, that's a bad angle for you. I understand that. There we go. Do, 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 do. So I think obviously I need to press these. Please, can you please single up your hi? Camera on front, yeah. I don't know what that means. Oh, do you mean that? Do you think I could switch my camera around? Can you please single here? You mean sing here? Yeah, I can sing. What would you like me to sing? Especially if I do my own music. That's fun. I need the magic of Santa. Bring you home to me. The magic of Santa. Yes, I do believe. Too early for Christmas music. Oh my gosh, I hit you. So sorry. Reaching for a block and I got you instead. Okay. I have this privacy screen on my phone, so when I'm at a side, my phone's black, so I can't see if anybody's commenting. So I'm not sure who's watching, but I was just saying when I do lives on TikTok, I can play as much music as I want, as loud as I can. But here on the Tubes of Ubes, I can't monetize my videos if I have music playing, unless I start playing my own music, which is interesting. So there's ay. Nobody's there. Okay, and this one goes this way. Dun 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 dun. Every time I hear that melody, I think of let's put this here. You could see my mostly finished quilt. What was I gonna say? Dirty Dancing. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I needed to iron that one. Let me turn on the iron. Okay. So I'm doing a quilt from the 3-Yard Quilt book. Which one am I doing? I am doing the Town Square from Easy Peasy. And I'm using this fabric that I got from the Quilt Passions quilt store in Kona, Hawaii. And I'm using some pretty Hawaiian fabric. Some of it's batik, some of it's just regular cotton. But I'm going to have the most beautiful summertime quilt when I am done with this. How's your Friday going? Having a good Friday? You know, next Friday is actually going to be Good Friday. Look at that. Do, 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 do. Okay, so I've got, how many of these do I need? 12. Let's get out 12 so that we know what we're doing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I'm a doofus. They go in all of them. Gosh, Melanie. So my sister and I were watching Napoleon Dynamite like a week ago. I haven't seen that movie in like 20 years, and ugh, so stupid. It made me laugh so hard. I swear that that movie gets funnier the older I get and the more times I watch it. Okay, so we're going this way. Just got to make sure I'm headed in the same direction on all of my pieces, because that would be horrible. Absolutely horrible. Okay. Is it lunchtime for anybody out there? It's approaching my lunch hour, so I'm starting to feel hungry. Gosh, it's gonna be so cute. It's gonna be so cute. It's gonna be so cute. Oh my gosh. So excited for cuteness. Especially love this fabric with the starfish. They're so pretty. Okay, yeah, this like teal batik. Love it. You know what else I love? I love the sound that the rotary cutter makes when it cuts batiks, because it sounds just so crisp. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for popping in. If you're just joining me, I just finished quilting this quilt behind me. I did some free motion quilting. I started with a feather motif template that I found in my stash, and I did not like it one little bit. So then I busted out my meander template, which will always be my tried and true, absolutely favorite way to do machine quilting with rulers. What is machine quilting with rulers, you ask? Why, I'm glad you asked. I teach a course online about how to machine quilt with rulers, starting with the very basics, the bare bones. I do like skill building. And it is available. The link is in the description. You can go ahead and head over there if you're curious. Not to toot my own horn, but I've been told I'm a good teacher. Thanks. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear my iron popping. My iron's like, I'm ready. I'm ready to flatten your cotton. Okay. I'll get there. Boop. If I had just one wish. Ooh, who texted me? You guys hear all the sounds that my phone puts out? I like to put different sounds on my notifications so I know what's going on and who's sending me a message. My mom likes chickens, so whenever my mom texts me, it's a chicken, like the chicken call. Oh, I got distracted. It's a chicken going. Speaking of, she called me. I need to get off live soon and call her. This quilt is so fast and easy. Oh my gosh, I'm almost done with this part. Oh my gosh, I love fast and easy projects. Okay. Just another average afternoon, sit alone and think of you, and try to see it your way when you ask me to stay. I don't want to go back to where we used to be. You getting angry and yelling at me. I don't want to go back or try this again. You know I was serious when I said the end. That is my song entitled The End, which I need my iron, which was released I think March 6th. It is available on all streaming platforms, including YouTube right here. If you go to my profile and you click on releases, that will showcase my music releases. All right, we are actually going to take all these over and we are going to press these because when I initially cut the fabric, everything was good and dandy, but now everyone is foldy and like it's just we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that right now. And I can hear my iron. It is just so angry. There we go. And you're coming with me. How are you guys doing? Thanks. Get some better lighting. Boom. That one? No, we want this one. There we go. Much better. Okay. These are the next strips that we're going to put on. But I'm going to get those out of my way so I can press these puppies. Look how cute they turned out. Almost done. Almost done. Hang tight. Okay, yeah. Ooh, how's your Friday? I decided to quilt on my Friday. Ooh, I decided to quilt on my Friday. Ooh, I decided to quilt. What did you try to do? I decided to quilt on my Friday. Ooh. I want to make an entire music album about quilting and sewing. Would you guys listen to it? Pressed. If you would, maybe I'll do it. So I'll start. I decided to quilt on my Friday. Didn't know what else to do. Decided to quilt on a Friday. I had so much to do. Ooh, so many whips in my closet. UFOs too. Sorry, I'm a little kooky. Little kooky. Ladies and gents. Oh, I knew that was coming. I have an alarm on my phone to clock out for lunch. Because I have a day job. Don't tell my boss, but I'm on the clock. All right, these were the ones that were wonky. Oh, thanks for the smiley faces. I love seeing that. I do know that it does help. Anytime you do that, it's going to help other people find me on my recommendations. So much appreciated. I decided to quilt on my Friday. I went through my quilts. Had a lot of UFOs, a lot of quilt tops, and a lot of stuff to do. So I'm ironing right now, everyone who's popping in. Hi. Here is the block, the part of the block. This is my little sewing nest. So over where you're sitting is my cutting table, my ironing station, and that's my sewing machine. So I just bop back and forth. It makes life very easy. Hi, So Blessed by Jess. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for commenting. I was just singing about quilting on Fridays. It goes like this. I decided to quilt on my Friday. I decided to quilt on my Friday. I didn't know what to do, and then I saw I had a lot to do. Whips and UFOs and everything also. And I still gotta clock out for lunch. Boop, 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 boop. What are you guys doing on Friday? What are you guys doing this weekend? Anything fun? Adventurous? Scary? Enthralling? All right. This one's fun. This is where I was looking at the camera and got distracted. Woo! Do you guys quilt? Do you guys sew? What do you know? Do you want to learn? I'm pretty sure So Blessed by Jess knows how to sew because it's in her name. Piecing the quilt and making videos, that's my job. Yeah, oh, exactly. I cleaned this area yesterday just so I could do some sewing. And then you can say, I decided to sew on my Saturday. Saturday sewing's just for me. I like my weekends for my sewing. Do, 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 do. I had a lot of coffee this morning. Oh, I love to sew and quilt. I piece and piece. Thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, thanks. I appreciate you. My husband doesn't. He's like, stop singing everything. I always like to say, like, honey, if my life was a musical, I would sing to you and I'd like just like start belting out a song and he's like, Melanie, stop it. I'm like, you chose me. And I chose you too, honey. We are getting close. Do, 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 do. We're getting close, 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 close. There were so many bends in this fabric. You ever watch tutorials and they're like, here's how you make a block, good luck. No, I want to make the whole thing with you. I want to show you from beginning to end. Because it's not like this, like, here's one block. Every block's going to be this easy. No, it's not. It's not going to be that easy. Your sewing space looks like a hot mess. I think everyone's sewing space does. My mom also has she also quilts, and her quilting room, sewing room was a mess, like an epic mess. And I went over there on Saturday to do dinner with my family and all that. And I walked in there, I was like, Mom, what is going on? She's like, I'm cleaning. And I was like, yeah. It looks like you're cleaning. And she had a whole pile of fabric that we bought because it was cute and fun. And it's like, oh, I love this fat quarter. I need to buy it in a whole bundle. And then it's like, what am I going to do with it? Why? What in God's green earth am I going to do with all that fabric? So her and I were talking about how we just need to start making quilts and then just like donating them. Just, you know, quilt your stash to donate, you know, like let's figure out some way to make this work. Because otherwise you just have all this all this fabric hanging out. All right. So I have 2 pieces done. So I'm going to set those to the side. And now I'm going to be sewing this side onto this side. And we are going to keep on chugging along. Keep on, keep on. Let me move you so you can see the sewing machine. Whoa! I love this new mount. This is like it's like a stationary phone mount with like a magnet circle. And on my phone case, it's got a magnet circle, so it just sticks to it. It is so much better than those dang clamps. They try to squeeze your phone in. And for whatever reason, the clamps are always right where the volume buttons are. And on my Android, yes, I'm an Android user. If it's it takes photos. If you press 2 buttons at the same time. So I put my phone into these mounts. It's just a mess. It's a mess. It's a messy, messy, messy mess. Alrighty. Thank you so much for the heart. I love it. I love engagement. It helps me feel like I'm not crazy talking to my phone. So my plan is, here's my plan. You ready to hear it? Finish this quilt top, and then I have 2 other quilt tops that are ready to go. Then what we're going to do, we together, we are going to baste them, and then we are going to quilt them. We are going to finish them. We are going to get those whips out of our life. Why? Why, you ask? Because we love to sew and we need to clear out our stash. You know what's funny? When I first started sewing, I remember watching Angela Walters and some other people, and they were talking about, oh, this is a stash buster, and I just started sewing, and so I didn't have a stash. So for like the following year or 2 years, I would just buy fabric so I would have a stash, so I could do the stash busting project. Guess what I never did? All right. So pretty. It's so pretty. I'm just going to get these out of the way. They're cluttering my workspace. All right. We need another song, don't we? But we need to make it up so I don't get dinged with a copyright law. You know what's great about this you're bad at stash bushing too. I know, one day I'm like, I'm gonna make a scrappy. I said I'm gonna make a scrappy quilt one day. And then I realized something about myself. I don't mentally handle doing scrappy myself. I get so obsessed with that color is too close to the other color, that pattern's too close to the other pattern. I just mentally can't do it. And I know that's a problem, and I'm working on it. But yeah, this one was really pretty. I had this bundle in my cabinet for 2 years, or coming up on 2 years. And yesterday when I was cleaning, I found it, and I said to myself, I should just make that. I should just get that done, so that way I never have to look at it again and be like, I should do you. So we're doing this. This is once again, no, you are not alone. The scrappy dreams, but no, I'm just not, I'm not scrappy. Not it. Oh yeah, so I was cleaning my cabinet and I found this bundle. It was basically she had this quilt hanging in the store, in the quilt store in Kona, Hawaii, and they had this fabric all pre-packed, and she said it was custom fabric for this quilt pattern, and they had used. Did I already show this? I don't know if you've seen this, but I'm working off of the Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy 3-yard quilts, and I'm doing town square, so that's what it's going to look like when we're done. And they had this 1-yard bundle already set up. And one of my favorite things to do when visiting quilt stores or quilt shops wherever I am, I like to buy a kit there that is specially for that location. So in Hawaii, it was Hawaiian print fabric with it was their kit, and I bought it, and I'm finally making it. I was so excited. And then one of my favorite local stores, it's called the Quilter's Cottage, and it's in Fallbrook, California. And the ladies there, they're so lovely. It's a woman and her husband own it, and their mom helps, and they're just great. Now Fallbrook is like the avocado capital of California. And so they had a kit that they had created with a pattern that they had created, but they didn't put avocados in it. And so I looked at them and I said, girlfriends, where I need to find a medium tone avocado print and a dark tone avocado print, and I'm buying this kit with the avocados that are going to remind me of where I am with you at your quilt store. And they were like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? And I said, well, you can hire me. I'll help you. But yeah, I don't know about you. When you travel, do you like to buy just fabric on a whim? Or would you want to buy a kit that is special to that space, that area, like anything that's iconic? Like here in Anaheim, or I don't live in Anaheim, but I live close to Anaheim. But you could do like, well, you probably couldn't do Disney unless you had licensed fabric, but you could do beach fabric. You could do mountain fabric. There's so many options. I just love, and also I love supporting. I love supporting smaller shops. We're going to, my family's doing an Alaskan cruise this summer. And I love my husband so much. He looked up quilt shops at every single one of our ports. So up in Alaska and Canada, I'm going to be going to quilt shops, and I really hope that they have some kits there that are iconic of their area, because I will be buying that if it is available. I think quilt kits are my new coffee mugs. You know, because you get coffee mugs from wherever you were. Quilt kits are my new coffee mugs. I'm going to put that on a shirt. All right. Oh my gosh, we're on our 12th block. We're going to press these again. Then I'm going to clock out for lunch. But really, I do have to clock out from my day job. All right, one more. I counted correctly. That's exciting. Okay. Thank you. Okay. And we're going back over. And just roll over. And we're there. And yes, the lighting changes. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, all these have to be pressed. We'll start with a messy one. There we go. Is that angle okay? It's kind of weird. Makes me look tall. I'm not tall. Do not be deceived by the angle of the camera. Okay. Ba-ba. So I totally scrolled myself. One of the things that I love about this pattern is that there's no no seams that you have to line up or no nesting seams. It's gonna just go together so fast. And then I just have another quilt top that I have to work on. What do you mean, Shohel? 2 question marks? I don't understand. The number of next time I do a live, I'll be sure to do it horizontal. So it's fun. This main fabric, it was actually 1 yard, and it was like an ombre design. So it went from this beautiful, sea stars and animal creatures, and then on the way up it was this color. So they were all on one sheet. So it's going to make a really, really pretty. There we go. Da, 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 da. Can I give you a true confession right now? I used to have an Aliso iron, and it was one of the minis, the Aliso minis. And I was quilting at my old house, and it was this very, very small space. And I had moved really fast. I had got up from my sewing chair, and I ended up tripping on the iron cord. And that Aliso iron went flying. It hit the heel of my foot, and it was bruised for, gosh, probably a solid month. I think it did some real damage. And then after that, I like to say my heel broke the Aliso, and I had to throw it out because it was no longer, the plastic lid would no longer stay attached. Okay, so good news. Even though I was talking, I successfully put the right colors on the right side on every one. It's the little victories, right? The little victories. I got these 2. Should we finish piecing this tomorrow? Not tomorrow, but next week together? Would you guys come back and we can put on the long strips and the borders? Because I can hold out. I mean, it's going to be a hard weekend if I'm not quilting, but I can always do another project. There we go. Oh my gosh. I mean, I just love it. Thank you so much for all the comments and the love. I really appreciate it. I have to press that one really quick. It's bothering me. Sorry for the angle. You're a little close to my face. Okay. Okay. I really like this dark blue. The dark blue I think is my favorite with the seashells. I want to go back to Hawaii. Ooh. All right. Let me see. I think I can turn my camera around. There we go. And so on here, that's going to go there. And that's going to go there. And then that is the block. And you just do 12 of them. It truly is easy peasy, just like the book says. Oh, but take a look at this this white. It looks like ocean waves or sea clouds. So pretty. And then we have the inner border, the outer border, and this is the binding. And then, oh, hold on. Don't go anywhere. This will be the backing. And I think it's the same yardage from there. But yeah, so, oh my gosh, it's going to be so cute. And then I'll go outside and I'll sit on those chairs with my little summery quilt. Oh, this is going to be a good summer. We are going to have a good summer. I mean, who doesn't need a quilt during summer in California where it's hot? All right, well, that kind of completes what I needed to get done this morning. So basically these big blocks. So that's done. Tell you what, let's come back next Friday at the same time. I think I did started this at 10:30. Really need to clock out. And we'll do the long pieces. We'll do some borders, and we'll do some more sewing together. Sound good? Let's make it a date. All right. Thank you so much for all the love. I really appreciate all the engagement and made this so much easier and just, help me feel not so alone. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.